Hello, my dear students. I am Priyanka Koiri, your science teacher, and the chapter that we are discussing is motion. Okay. So, in the previous class, what we have learned is that we discussed about speed, where we defined speed and we also mentioned the SI unit of speed, and speed is a scalar quantity, right? Then we discussed about speed with direction. So the quantity that is used to denote or to express speed with direction is velocity, and we discussed about velocity in the last class, right? And we also discussed that velocity is a vector quantity. Okay. Now in today's class we are going to discuss about rate of change of velocity, which is your acceleration. Okay. Now what is rate of change of velocity? Okay, so during uniform motion of a body in a straight line, the velocity remains constant with time. In this case, the change in velocity at any time interval is zero. Okay, so when a body is moving in a uniform motion means when it is traveling or when it is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. So during a uniform motion in a straight line, the velocity remains constant, or we can say that the velocity doesn't change. Okay. Now during non-uniform motion, the velocity changes with time. In this case, the change in velocity at any time interval is not zero. It may be positive or negative. In case of non-uniform motion, the speed changes and decreases. As a result, the velocity also changes. So, in case of non-uniform motion, we will see change of velocity. Okay, this could be either positive or negative. Positive meaning, suppose a body is moving at 20 kilometer and now it has changed to 30 kilometer. So here the change is positive. But if it decreases speed, suppose a body is traveling at 40 kilometer and now it has come down to 20 kilometer. So in this case, since the speed is decreasing, we can say that the velocity is negative. Change in velocity will be negative. Okay. The quantity that specifies change in velocity, okay, the quantity which is used to specify these changes of velocity or changes in velocity is your acceleration. Okay, so this change in velocity is specified or determined, or it is we can say specified with the help of acceleration. Okay. Now what is acceleration? The change in velocity of a body per unit time is called acceleration. In other words, we can say that the rate of change in velocity is called acceleration. Okay. Now acceleration can be written as change in velocity by time. Suppose if the velocity of a body changes from initial velocity u to final velocity, that is v, in time t, then acceleration a is given by, okay, a equals to v minus u by t. Here a represents your acceleration, v is your final velocity, u is your initial velocity, and t is your time. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. In case of velocity and speed, its SI unit was meter per second. Okay, its SI unit is meter per second. But in case of acceleration, please remember the SI unit is meter per second square. Okay, the acceleration is taken to be positive if it is in the direction of velocity and negative when it is opposite to the direction of velocity. Okay, so the acceleration can be either positive or negative, and it is considered positive when it is in the direction of velocity, and it is negative when it is opposite to the direction of velocity. Okay, so since in case of acceleration you can see magnitude as well as direction is important, so acceleration is a vector quantity. Okay, now acceleration is nothing but your change in velocity, and the change can be either due to change in speed or change in direction or change in both, that is speed and direction. Okay, now types of acceleration. There are basically two types of acceleration. The first one is your uniform acceleration. So when the change in velocity of a body is equal in equal intervals of time, the object is at uniform acceleration. So when the change is equal, okay, so when the velocity is changing, right, and this change is equal in equal interval of time, then we can say that a body is in uniform acceleration. Example, a free falling object. What is non-uniform acceleration? When the change in velocity is unequal in equal intervals of time, the object is at non-uniform acceleration. So when the velocity is changing haphazardly, that means sometimes it is increasing, sometimes it is decreasing, it is not in a regular manner, so that type of acceleration is your non-uniform acceleration. For example, a car traveling in a straight road increases its speed by unequal amounts in equal interval of time. Okay, now let us try to solve a numerical related to acceleration. This question I have taken from your NCERT textbook only, so let us try to solve it. Okay, so the question says a bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. Okay, so to find the solution, before going to the solution, you can see here the bus is decreasing its speed from 80 km to 60 km in 5 seconds. As you can see in the question, the unit is different. In one case it is in hours and in another case it is in seconds, right? So first we need to make the unit same. So how we are going to do it, we will see now. Okay, so at first let us write what is given to us. Okay, so the initial velocity given, initial velocity which is denoted by u, is 80 km per hour. Okay, now 80 km per hour is written in as 1000 divided by 60, 3600. 80 into 1000 divided by 3600. Now from where does the 1000 and 3600 just come? So we know that the acceleration, SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square, right? That means here the distance should be expressed in terms of meter and time should be expressed in terms of second. So kilometer, when kilometer is converted into meter, to convert kilometer into meter we have multiplied by 1000, and to convert hour into second we have divided the 1000 by 3600. 3600. So upon simplifying we get 80 into 5 by 18. If you just remember this 5 by 18 also, this will do. Okay, so after multiplying we are getting the initial velocity as 22.22 meter per second. Now the final velocity is v equals to 60 km per hour. Here also we are going to convert this 60 km per hour into meter per second. So in order to do that we are going to multiply 60 into 5 by 18. Okay, so after multiplying we are getting the value as 16.66 meter per second, and the time is t equals to 5 seconds. Okay, so we have converted all the values and have made all the units same. Okay, now we know that acceleration equals to v minus u divided by t. So we are going to put all the values now. So a equals to 16.66 minus 22.22 divided by 5. Upon simplifying we are getting the value as minus 5.56 divided by 5, right? Now we will solve it, and the value is your minus 1.112 meter per second square, right? Therefore we can say that the total acceleration of the bus is minus 1.112 meter per second square. Okay, the negative sign here indicates that the velocity of the bus is decreasing, right? I hope this numerical is clear to you all. It is very simple. You just need to remember the formula, and you have to find out what is the initial and final velocity and makes the unit same always, right? Now our next topic is your graphical representation of motion. Now we will try to express or represent motion in graphs. Okay, so in our syllabus we have two types of graph. One is your distance time graph and another one is your velocity time graph. In today's class we are going to discuss about distance time graph, right? So what is a distance time graph? The change in position of a body with time can be represented on the distance time graph. In this graph, distance is taken on the y-axis and time is taken on the x-axis. Okay, so we can denote the change in position of a body, or we can say we can denote motion in a graph, in distance time graph. So in the x-axis we take time. In this graph, as you can see, in the x-axis we have taken time, and in the y-axis we take distance, right? Now let us see how will a distance time graph will look like in case of uniform motion. Fine. The distance time graph for a uniform speed is a straight line. In case of uniform motion, you will get a straight line in distance time graph. This is because in uniform speed a body travels equal distance in equal interval of time. As you know that we can determine the speed of a body from the distance time graph. We can determine the speed of any object, okay, from distance time graph. So this is how exactly a distance time graph for uniform motion looks like, right? As you can see, as the time is increasing, the distance is increasing in the same proportion. Okay, now let us try to find out the speed from a distance time graph. So this is a distance time graph. Okay, now for the speed of a body between the points A and B, in the picture you can see there are 2 points A and B, and we will find the speed of the object, okay, or the body in these 2 points, in between these 2 points, between this point, that is A and B. Now for speed, we need two things, that is, one is your distance and the other one is your time, right? Now the distance is s2 minus s1. Okay, as you can see in the left hand side, in the distance part, you can see s2. Okay, s2 distance will be given by s2 minus s1, right? And the time is given by t2 minus t1. Okay, now we know that speed equals to distance by time. So here distance will be our s2 minus s1 and time will be t2 minus t1. So we will put the value. S2 is your 38 and S1 is your 28. So we will have put the value as 38 minus 28, and T2 is your 56 minus 42. Okay, from the graph I have obtained this value, not from anywhere else, right? So after simplifying we are getting it as 10 by 14, and 10 by 14 is then again changed into meter per second. In order to convert it into meter per second, we have multiplied by the distance into 1000 and we have multiplied the time into 60. So why we have multiplied here with 60? Because here the time is expressed in terms of minute. So upon simplifying or upon multiplying, we are getting the value as 11.905 meter per second. So the speed of the object will be 11.905 between points A and B. Okay, now distance time graph for a non-uniform motion. Let us see how a distance time graph looks like in case of non-uniform motion. The distance time graph for non-uniform motion is non-linear. That means it will not be a straight line. This is because in non-uniform motion a body travels unequal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, so as in the diagram you can see the graph is not a straight line, it is changing, right? So this is how a distance time graph looks like for a non-uniform motion. Okay. So let us try to recall what we have studied. We discussed rate of change in velocity, which is acceleration, and we have also tried to solve a numerical based on acceleration, right? Then we discussed about graphical representation of motion in distance time graph, through distance time graph, right? We represented motion in distance time graph. In distance time graph, we discussed non-uniform and uniform motion. Okay. So that's all for today's class. Thank you. I'll see you in the next class.